go short. It's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. We gonna sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a fucking at the birthday.
Yeah, we gonna get. Let's go. Get in here. Catch up. Catch up.
Catch up, niggas. Damn,
He's fading them hoe. How you gave him that? With the alligator strap.
Sick of your niggas.
Now or later raps. Talk about it now.
You get it later.
Huh? Talk about it now.
Hope you niggas are safe.
What? I'm gonna show you how to do this, son.
This particular watch
costs a 101.
That means
none to have it and none to come.
Your homie that's rap
be the only one that has it. Let's go.
Go, 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 go. Go, short. It's your birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. We gonna sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a fucking at the birthday.
Keep it going, man. Whoa. Yeah. Y'all come on in here, man, as soon as you can. I got something I want to share with you. You can get it or you can't. It does me. It's either way with me, man. You know what I mean? 6 one way, half a dozen another. So you can take it and you can use it, or you can take it or you can leave it. It's up to you. It's just, I'm going to put it out there. Okay, so come on. You know what that sound means. Come on. But we ain't going that route tonight. I got some other stuff I want to talk about tonight. Business. Let's talk business. Let's talk about of course, you know, I troll Facebook, so I see everything. Not everything, but I see a lot of stuff that going on Facebook. And it makes me laugh a lot of time. It's funny to me. Literally, it's funny to me. It's funny to me, the mentality of a lot of people, right? Because the one thing we will do is pretend and virtue signal and act as if we are so concerned about particular situations. Yet, at the critical points when things are going on, we are
go.
We will not go. And so tonight, man, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna talk about a few things. I'm not going to address the way I'm going to address this particular situation right now is I'm gonna say, I told you so. Okay, and I try my best to give out information to keep us ahead of the curve. I've done videos about information being intelligence being power. Okay, and I'm gonna keep doing these videos, okay, because it's gonna get to who it needs to get to, and the rest, they will just be left behind. Period. That's how that has always worked, and that's how that will continue to work. Okay, because in business, we are part of a free enterprise system. Now, if the school that you went to did not do a good enough job in educating you on that, then that's one thing. But then we are free, so you are able to gain information if you want it. Okay, if you don't like where the information is coming from, that's on you. But it is information, so you do with it as you must, as you may, as you will. But again, I must stay consistent in what I'm doing because it's important. Right now, what am I talking about? And so everybody's wondering what's going on, what's happening, why are all of a sudden, why are these businesses choosing Andrews now, right? And there's a lot of different answers for this. Okay, and I've been trying my best, and I'm going to continue to do what I do to put this information out here, because whether you accept it or not, Things are happening, okay? And I don't know, or I didn't know is not an excuse. You see behind me, this picture behind me, I got this picture behind me for a specific reason, right? Because this was a round table that I was invited to. And you see in there, you see some of the folks from Muldrow and Associates. You see the town administrator. You see the mayor. You see Eric Carolina's punk ass over there. You see Miss Anderson. Shout out to Miss Anderson, the town council woman who is where she needs to be, getting the information that she has. She has a lot of good information on mortgage help. I mean, programs to help people buy homes and stuff like that. But is anybody, are people listening to? I'm sure they are. The ones who listen and they're benefiting from it. The other ones, they're going to continue to suffer. Okay, they're going to not so much suffer, but they're going to continue to just be behind when it comes to information. They're going to be the last, some of the last ones to get it. And so this was part of a roundtable that was dealing with here, let me share this with you here. Right? Because I know you've seen this before. I've shared this. I've shared this out before. And so we're gonna put it up here again. Again, you not knowing, it's your family members, it's your the future of your people. So you cannot try and figure out what it is you're supposed to figure out, and you just be on the reactionary end of things. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, I can tell you right now what's happening. A lot of companies, all these companies are doing this. Let's start here. Let's start with some definitions first. All right. And then this will give you an explanation as to why these businesses are coming to Andrews, South Carolina. Now, I spoke with some of these business owners and asked a simple question: why? Why are you coming to Andrews, South Carolina? What is it about Andrews, South Carolina that's piquing your interest? And when people say, "Hey, look, I got 80 to 100 customers that travel from Andrews to Georgetown," it only makes sense that we move into the area because, and here's the words that they use: we did a market analysis, of course. And what is the meaning of a market analysis in business? A market analysis provides insight into potential customers and your competition. The core components of a market analysis are industry analysis, assess the general industry environment in which you compete, target market analysis, identifies and quantifies the customers that you will be targeting for sales. So again, based on that number alone, and in this whole process, as a matter of fact, the process that's behind me, that picture behind me, I became educated about a word called leakage. Okay, and the leakage that I'm referring to in this case is the amount of money that leaves Andrews to go to another place, right? And these companies are studying this. So last year, I attended, and they just had this again. And if you're a business owner and you don't know about this, then that's on you. That's your fault. Okay. If you are a business owner in Georgetown County and you were not at the Chamber of Commerce State of the Towns, then that's your fault, because now you don't know what's going on in the county. You don't know what's going on in these municipalities. Other people do, because there were a lot of people there. Like this was last year. Okay. And you're looking at the panel where you got every municipality in the county. They come out and they give a market analysis, not so much market analysis. They give an update as to where they are, some of their plans and what they got going on. And they're in this crowd, there's nothing but business owners in there, business owners, you know what I mean, and business reps there to understand what's going on with Georgetown County. Okay. And there you go. You see the town of Andrews. And I'll tell you this: last year, there was some question about whether or not the concern was And I'm gonna tell you how I now, of course, I don't make decisions for the town, so but a decision last year, before the state of the town, they you see right here, the mayor and the town administrator doing their presentation, which they had a knockout presentation again this year, right? And again, you see the folks there sitting there. So if you weren't at this Georgetown County Chamber of Commerce event, then as a business owner, then you need to figure out what it is you're going to do, because the one thing about free enterprise, it's built on competition. Okay. And me, myself, personally, I go to war with literally, hey, Miss Middleton, I go to war every day with giants. Okay. Every day when I get up, crank that van up, okay, I'm out competing against the big boys. Right. And so I'm always having to come up with ways to stand out and to cut my share out of this market. Okay. And so that means staying on the top training. That means figuring out what does the government have as far as for small businesses like myself, what kind of help that I could get if I need it to improve my business, so that I am competing with these other folks, and being able to compete at the same price point, if not a better price point. And my thing is offering a better service. You know what I mean? I don't have the cheapest service. I promise you that, but I promise you I got the best. Okay. And that's just part of, that's part of how it goes. Now, last year it was said, listen, the town actually considered, not unveiling too much of the plan, because they wanted to give the citizens of Andrews ample opportunity to be on the front of this. They didn't want it to be a situation where folks from out of town come in and take advantage of that's not worded correctly. Folks, they wanted to give local folks an opportunity to get ahead of the curve and be where they need to be because of this Black River initiative that's going on. Again, you've seen me play this video over and over and over. And whether you agree with it or not, that's not how business works. Okay. Business doesn't care what you agree. It's something that's happening. And if you're not up on it, then you're going to get left behind. Okay. So let's add this to the stage here. Let's see what I'm talking about here for those who haven't seen this thing. And we're going to talk about it a little more once we play this right here.
Carolina are always the givers of life. They nurture us, our bodies, our spirits, and our curiosity. They are the founding point of our communities and the current that joins us. Isn't it time to celebrate them? In South Carolina, it's been almost 20 years since we built a state park. Let's change that. This is the Black River Initiative. The Black River Initiative is a very community-led park along South Carolina's scenic Black River, and we're just getting started. The 70-mile trail guides paddlers through black waters banked by ancient cypress, rich wildlife, and historic communities, and connects existing protected lands with brand new state and local parks for paddling, hiking, unwinding, and exploration.
Glover County, but I also grew up on the river. Part of this initiative that's happening right now is to try to get more public access to our river, to let more people experience the beauty that we know about.
Well, with a project like this, it protects citizens against major floods. You have the root systems that absorb the water. You have the quality soil that absorbs the water. So we need this type of development.
We certainly see opportunities for the residents that live in this area to be able to start new businesses or build on their existing businesses. Really,
And I'm gonna tell you, because I've been there watching it. They have been going out of their way, in my opinion, right, to include the locals. They've done. I mean, all you can do is put it out there for people, whether they come or not. This is, again, free enterprise, right? You can take advantage of the information or you can't. It's up to you. If you want to sit and complain about whatever, gentrification, any of these other buzzwords you want to use, you can use it, whatever. You can get on whatever and say whatever you want to say. But it's moving, period. And it's moving with or without you. That's the reality of it.
a lot of new people coming in to
which is going to draw new businesses in, which is drawing in new businesses, which is causing people to say, hey, look, because there's a lot of things happening because you don't come to town hall meeting and you don't get involved or you don't ask questions. This is your town, right? This is your town. You can go request information. You can go and add whatever. Hey, look, I want to see all the bank statements from where the town is spending their money. You could do all of that.
I think that's the value of the river. You could build a chamber of commerce around it. You could build a church around it. You know what you build around it? A healthy river, you build a healthy community.
Now, the question is going to be, is that community going to be built with the people that's already there, or is this going to bring in a new community of people with the entrepreneurial spirit? And then the folks that are there are just going to be the consumers of what the other folks bring in. Again, this is nothing new. I'm not bringing nothing new. The pictures I was just showing you, that was from the Chamber of Commerce last year, and they were already talking about it before then. So again, he said, well, I didn't know. Then you need to figure out why you didn't know. What is it that you're doing? Where is your focus at that you're not focusing on the money and what's coming and what's coming? Okay, information is power. I'm gonna say that again. Thinks that the time is now, and so with these type of projects, right? Let me put you up on some more game, right? Because again, I need to know. Next town meeting is going to be on. I'll tell you when that's going to be right now. It's on the third Thursday of every month, so I'm thinking like the 21st. But let me look at the exact date. Third Thursday in every month. So today is Thursday. This is the first Thursday. Second, it's going to be on the 21st. December 21st is going to be the next town hall meeting. But you don't have to wait then to go get information on this on what's going on with this Black River Initiative. Let's go back to where I was here. And so this is not a secret. I mean, I've literally got videos where these folks from Greenville a couple years ago were having a roundtable discussion on about the Black River. But we want to sit back and talk about, and talk about just the craziness. I'm talking about shit that don't matter, that does not, that nobody cares about. Business, the consumer. That's one thing about this free market and that's why it's good for the consumer, because you don't have to take garbage. If I'm serving you bad service or whatever, you just go someplace else. That's how that go. Okay, and either I step up my game, or guess what? Coming right away. But hey, I want to show you this right here also, just so you know that this ain't no secret. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of businesses that's coming that way. Okay, that was the whole point in the county doing what they're doing. This is they know what's going on. They know exactly what's going on. That's why they want to control it. It's not new. There's nothing new going on here. Here we go. Check this out.
Progress
Link
is
on the way.
underway on South Carolina's first new state park in more than 20 years. State park officials say the Black River State Park will include several state-owned pieces of land. River and Molly spoke with state parks about when this park will be open to the public.
Michael, state park officials say they're hoping to open the park in spring of next year with the basics like roads and ramps, and really just to build out the infrastructure in the rest of the parks like riverside camping, tree houses, and an Airstream village. State is joining a quarter-of-a-century-long effort to conserve land around the Black River. Between private owners, nonprofits, and foundations, and now the state, over 25,000 acres of land along 70 miles of the river has been conserved. That's according to Dana Beach, the founder of the Coastal Conservation League. Beach says it's important that people can see the river so they understand why it should be conserved.
The beauty of the state park is that the state park has now come in on top of that and added a public access piece.
Heading over to live5news.com and clicking on my web story. Reporting live in Andrew.
Now, again, y'all hear me talking stuff about Gab News. Here, this lady, Live 5, and you can go to Live 5 News to find out information about the state park. But the come on, man. Can you go to Andrews SC News and find out anything about the state park? No, you can go over there and find out a bunch of crap that's going to keep you behind. Let me get an expert up on here to talk about this state park thing, because again, my thing is this, man. Listen, I said this last year. I don't have a business is business, so you know what I mean. You can get with it, or you can get left behind. And everybody's just not going to get it. Everybody's not going to make it. Everybody's not going to benefit from it. So that's what happens. Okay. But you can't say that it's not happening. You can't say that the information wasn't there for you. You could sit and cry and talk about the white man and this and that and all that foolishness as if that's going to help you.
Molly McBride, Live 5 News.
When what you should be doing right now is trying to secure some kind of funds to get ready for this economic boom that's taking place. Let me remove this. I've been showing off with this new camera, guys. I got another camera here, and so I'm about to redesign this whole studio. So we're gonna be going away from the green screen. Well, we may not do green screen. We may do partial green screen, and thing. But then shout out to Mika for hooking me up with this new camera, and my man Jay with the lens. So it's happening. I mean, it is literally happening. There are businesses reaching out, coming to Andrews weekly, trying to figure it out, because this stuff is. Come on, man. This is down. This is playing big down in the Charleston area. You know what? You know, people are looking to get back to nature, looking for. Okay, people from Myrtle Beach that's gonna be part of the trip now. Part of the trip is gonna be, okay, let's we stay at Myrtle Beach, but let's take part of this and go down and hit that kayak trail that I heard about down there. And where they're gonna come through? Andrews, King Street, Choppy. But but again, here it is, the state. Here it is. They're talking about the biggest state park that could be coming to the town, be coming around to the state in 20 years. Now, do you think that the Georgetown County Council, the city of Georgetown, considered that when they decided, oh, we're going to collect all this money from this penny tax? Well, why don't we support and help build up, focus on Andrews so that we can make this a complete county? You know how powerful this county would be if you come in Andrews and we got this big attraction. I mean, that'll be and then you stop in Georgetown, historic Georgetown, on to the beach. This could take this county but there's a problem. There is a problem. You know how many business owners was here? You know how many business owners came to that meeting that they had? Connell was there. Connell Green was there. So how did he find out? And everybody else didn't find out. I was there. And then there was a few other ladies there that weren't from Andrews. They were from Pennsylvania, but they heard about it. They've been hearing about it. And they're preparing themselves, talking about kayak renting businesses and stuff like that. It's about business, man. That's the one thing I love about this country is that if you could, that's the free enterprise market. See what I'm saying? That's the free enterprise market. And if I ran my business based on, I went to my one and only business expo, which was trash, right? Because it was the Black Business Expo, and business is not black. You can feel how you want to feel. You could this and that, and again, likes and support. That's a whole different ball game, because people will talk, but if they ain't spending that money with you, you know what I mean? But anyway, let me get somebody up here who knows a little bit more about the situation. Hey, sir, how you doing in the Indianapolis? Man, come on, I was just talking jump about the NFL, and now you coming on here with the Indianapolis Colts hat on, man. What's going on, sir? How you doing? You got your hit your mic.
Yeah, I said I'm outside putting up some lights, and I heard my name called, so I said let me check in and see what's going on Andrews the podcast. What's hot?
Oh, it ain't nothing, man. I was just talking about last year. I was talking about I saw the post, about Anytime Fitness, and then I saw the reaction to it, and then I saw,
How was it? I haven't seen anything. Someone sent me a quick note, and it was some discussion. What's going on?
Well, to me, it's I put it like this: if all of those people that were on that post liking and doing all that post, if they were to go ahead and take their money and as a act of solidarity, go ahead and support the gym that's in town, then what are we talking about?
What's the issue there with the rec? We're talking about the rec.
No. We're talking about hold on, let me pull it up here. My cousin's gym. I forgot what he call it. What does he call his gym? Insane Fitness.
Oh, Pat's gym.
Yeah. Yes. And so, you know, you got a bunch of people on there, and it was something about, well, they'll support the white gym or whatever, whatever. I'm gonna support whatever I can get the most for my money for, best deal I can get for my money. But my point in this, and again, hold on, let me get to that post. But I'm that post is irrelevant to me. What's relevant to me is what is happening. Like I like this type of situation. It's a waste of time, in my opinion, right? Because this is what is moving for me. This is last year. Can you break down what happened? Let's talk about what happened at the State of the Town this year. What was discussed at this year's State of the Town by the Georgetown County Chamber of Commerce?
Well, and again, I haven't heard much of this conversation, but bottom line is,
in my opinion, again, it's not a conversation. It's
yeah, in terms of the state of the town, state of the county. The purpose of that, again, Chamber of Commerce promote businesses, those kind of things, and tourism. And so annually, the Georgetown County Chamber of Commerce put this thing together where the municipalities and the county council leadership will come out and give a quick overview of where their particular entity stands. You know, we'll cover finance, what's happening, the good, the bad, and the ugly. This photo is actually from last year.
Yeah, I was there last year.
Yeah, and so basically what it is from last year, you know, of course, that's when we had released the town's master plan.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good time for us. You know, things that started to come together and formulate, and again, we could see where we wanted to take the town. And so that was published then. You know, we've had a lot of discussion between, the last few months about this master plan, but that's when it was published last year. And so we had an opportunity then to share that with the audience, and that audience consists of business owners, investors, leadership across the state. And then really what you want to come out of it, you give the state, but you give the status, but you also want to encourage investors to come in and do business, just let them know where we have growth, where we have some challenges. And that's really the whole idea behind the address. No different from what the president does, the State of the Union. And so last year, what you just saw, the bulk of that was here's what's coming to Andrews this year.
Go ahead.
So fast forward now, between that time, last November and this November, we've had some, significant things that occurred that impact us across the way, which, kind of led, and we talked a lot about it during the campaign. And so I shared that part with them too. So, and my point of sharing the fact that we covered some invoices associated with this building, the fact that we had some challenges with our water revenue or the water system, which impacted revenue to some degree. We talked about those things, and we also showed them that even in the midst of all of that, we were still thriving. We still had a very still in the black. Didn't affect our ability to pay our bill, meet our financial obligations. So we have to show that, because again, a lot of the chatter on Facebook and other places, you would assume a town that is absorbing a lot of that kind of unplanned, unexpected interruption of your revenue would break. Well, we didn't, and we're still thriving. And so I shared that part with them, and then I went on to show them, now here's where we are, and that's when we introduced, or not introduced because it was already published, the advances that are being made along the Black River State Park Trail. And we showed all that stuff, which again, it was well received. And what we've been always preaching is we want our local folks to pay attention to what's going on, a year and a half ago, so that when these things start to release like it is right now, we wouldn't be on our heels in terms of having an opportunity to have our own business. Well, the people are coming. So the fitness, Anytime Fitness is one of those things. You see Little Caesar Pizza and some of the others we've talked about. In this case, with the fitness center, when I spoke with the owner, maybe three or 4 months ago, he explained to me that 80 of his clients, 80, are currently, are from Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
He said, so if his clientele from Andrews is that large, then why not bring that resource or that service, whatever you want to call it, to the town? And of course, that's a business move. We cannot, absolutely. So these market analysis, any smart business owner or investor will assess the market, see whether it's good for their business, and then if it is, they'll come in. If not, they'll go somewhere else. And in this case of the Anytime Fitness, as well as Little Caesars Pizza, those guys saw an opportunity. No different from the Shed 4, Myatech, all those businesses that are here right now, they saw an opportunity. Andrews offered them something to advance. No smart business owner would come to a market that's not going to generate money. So if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense.
So and that's what I said about that post. I seen Cuz post got like 115 reactions, and that's all good. Again, if that translate into memberships tomorrow, boom, you know what I mean, that problem is solved. Because again, people they'll support you with their mouth and what they like, but when it come to let me show you my 20 band here. When it come to that
20 band, you haven't spent any of it yet?
Nah, that's retirement money. I got that.
Well, I think the thing is, and we need to turn, if it's, and again, I haven't seen the post, but this free enterprise business is all about, hey, if you're coming in, if you're doing something and we're doing something similar, I'm gonna figure out a way to do something a little bit more special that I can attract more customers. And I will tell you, Pat's been in the business for a long time. He's been training a lot of the young kids, and I suspect that his clients will remain with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then those that, as you were talking about, if that number of people that are interested, come on down and support that man's business.
Yes. On Facebook, hitting the like button, go and hit the membership, and boom.
Because see, that's what's going to happen, because they also saw that the recreation center is not sufficient to accommodate 11,000 people that comes through here.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody who comes and shop and live and go to school in Andrews just want to get out and get fit, it's not going, that recreation department is not built for that. It's not enough. I mean, come on. And so these things, and if this thing becomes too small for it, then somebody else will come in and put in another one if the demand continues to drive, if the need desires the demand.
That's just good business. That's just how that works. I mean,
but I suspect, because Pat's been training folks a long time, and he's good at what he does. And I suspect that his base is going to remain and probably grow. And as you said, for those folks who know him and know what he does, need to come on and support him.
And got a lot of state that the comment section is, oh my goodness, it is ripe with ignorance.
And what I learned when I came here is that people will say that, well, they won't let X business in. Lowe's won't come in because of this. I said, no, the laws, we can't stop them. The government can't stop them. The only thing that can prevent another business from coming in
is these old landowners who won't sell and allow progress to take place. That's the only thing that can stop them. It's free enterprise.
Property, then there's no place to put it. But I've seen, and we've seen, if you throw enough money at it, they're going to give it up.
They're going, yep.
We've seen that across, look throughout the town now. There's business. I mean, these businesses are changing hands. They have changed hands over the last few years. That's the market. So, and it's like the same conversation we could have about this the bypass. So, we all believe that yes, if everybody uses that bypass, or that phase 2 get built and everybody use the bypass, it's going to strangle the town. Well, my thing is, we can't stop it. So let's be smarter. Let's advertise further out and market our own business. Just like I use it now, the example of the south of the border. South of the border, you can see that thing 100 plus, if not further, along 95.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
and that causes you to be like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to stop.
Buc-ee's is doing the same thing. Buc-ee's is in Florence, and when I come off of get on 95 here, coming out of Orangeburg, I'm seeing Buc-ee signs all the way back here.
And it's so much, and that's the psychic of marketing and getting you interested in a product. You see it over and over again, and so if you're traveling 200 miles, south along 95 and you've seen that sign every 30, 40 miles, it's going to pique your curiosity to stop. Said, okay, I will plan in to see what's happening at south of the border. That's the same concept that we have to use, because we have some very good dining here in terms of, it's limited, but people love to go to Fats. You love Super Chick. Then why not advertise out there on 95 or other places that drives that business here? And you're going to because of the throughways at 41 and 521, you're going to get that traffic, but you have to let people know what's here so they can stop and shop. And that's the whole idea behind it. And so we can't. So I would say, don't be afraid. It's like football, sports. Don't be afraid of the competition. Get better.
Embrace it. I go. Hey, listen. I go to war with giants daily. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm riding around in my one truck. I see they trucks. You know what I mean? You know what I say to myself though, because I had to psych myself out too now. But I be seeing they be looking at me. I be like, bruh, you work for them. You know what I'm saying? I own this over here. So
right.
A whole different mentality. And I consider myself to be the Chick-fil-A of pest control, period. Okay. And so,
and if you don't believe in you,
no,
you don't invest in you.
Why should somebody invest or believe in you?
That's right.
Okay.
And that's the way we approach this town. That's what I tell them. I say, we're a small town, but here's what we can offer you. And you sell it, they'll come and see, and then, they'll make a decision whether they want to stay. And that's what's driving this thing. We all have to market, sell our own product. And in my case, where I sit, I sell Andrews. I tell them it's a gold mine. And if you don't get on it now, then you're going to miss out. And that's how when I go to these places like Bowen the other day, we had a very good meeting, had, interesting people and business owners all over the place in there. And I wanted to get to meet all of them and let them know, here's what we offer you down there. And so, and as a result of that visit, we have an outfitters owner that's coming here and it's going to talk to us about, not just his business, but how did he now get other entrepreneurs, people interested in it.
When you say outfitters, I think sometimes, and it just hit me like maybe we because that's for some people that's a new word. Some people that's not connected to the outdoor life, to the camping, that might not register the outfitter. So what he's talking about, an outfitter store, is because this park being built, like the businesses need to support the park, okay, and the people that's coming. So an outfitter is where you're talking about camping gear, you're talking about tents, you're talking about the same thing, you're talking about kayak rentals, you're talking about fishing gear, you're talking about all these types of things. And so you said that this gentleman's coming down not to start a business, but to do what?
And to inform and educate others. If you want to have your own outfitters, he's going to show you how to start that business. And it sounds like a franchise kind of thing, and that maybe that's okay. And I'll tell you, as we went through this whole process, the whole designing or laying this thing out, one story was told by the state park guys that there was a gentleman in another part of the state, same kind of activity, same kind of park coming in, or something coming in, but it was along the river. And this older gentleman, it was a group of kids just coming, I think, during spring break. And what he did with an inner tube, he got a whole bunch of inner tube because from where he was, the river flowed down. So he get all these inner tubes. These kids rent them. I think $10 an inner tube, float down the river, have a great time. Then he had another. He had someone on the other side to pick them up and bring them back, and all that. He started generating money, and so now he's a millionaire from inner tube.
There's gold in them there hills, or there's
so
gold in
that's
that
how
river.
we have to think about how do we take advantage of this park, because it's across the country. I mean, well, I know in several states because I've been places talking about it, and so then the supply or the demand drives the supply.
Did you see that video I just played with Live 5 News?
No, I didn't. I was out putting out some Christmas tree lights and stuff.
Let me find this here again. Live 5 News you can go to their website and find out information.
Well, there's a reporter here today doing
yeah.
This is no longer a secret.
I think that's the report that I just watched.
Oh, really?
I think that's the report that I just played. She did it from Andrews.
Well, there was a reporter from Post and Courier here today, I think yesterday, talking to some of the business owners to get their perspective
Okay.
on what's the impact. So, yeah, it's no longer a secret.
And so and the impact of it is that you're going to have this coming. The people going to be coming. It's money. It's money. It's good money.
Yes,
And
sir.
and people going to be
And
coming
it
to be
really
a part
just
of
tells
it
it's
because
yeah. I mean, once upon a time it was Oneida. Now we gotta be creative and think out of the box on how we generate revenue. How do we, become our own boss? Is really what's in front of us. The opportunities that this thing is going to present. So
and you go check. Like I said, they talking down there in Charleston. Them big money boys hearing about this. What's going on down there? Look,
hey,
man.
if they're talking about it at Bowen, when Bowen drops,
I'm saying Andrews, but it's King's Tree also.
King Street also. But see where we are right now. King Street is doing well. They got, I think, almost $5 million from Senator Graham last year. And with our plan that we have now and all of the interest in the purchase of this new track over here, Andrews is the heart of this trail. And that means something to a lot of people out there.
Riverine Park in the state's history.
Molly McBride shares details about the park and other conservation efforts along the first new state park in 20 years is set to open this spring.
The Black River State Park will include several state-owned pieces of land along the Black River, making it the first riverine park in the state's history.
Molly McBride shares details about
in Kings Tree. Go all the way down through Andrews and take out.
I met Paul.
Riverine Park. Right now,
Paul,
the
yes.
state owns 5 pieces of land along the Black River.
If you wanted to do that and camp every night along the way, there'd be some public lands or accessible lands for you to camp at.
They're currently working on basic infrastructure and roads and ramps so the public can access the water.
It's been incredibly inaccessible to the citizens of South Carolina.
With this project, the state is joining a quarter-of-a-century-long effort to conserve land around the Black River. Between private owners, foundations, and now the state, over 5,000 acres of land along 70 miles of the river has been conserved. Dana Beach, the founder of the Coastal Conservation League, says.
The beauty of the state park is that the state park has now come in on top of that and added a public access piece.
He's there at I know that, Doc. He's at
smart guy.
He's at the Cypress Preserve.
He comes in very smart man.
Yeah.
A key element for conservation
that you care to be able to get at the state park, then all of this protection will be switched off because nobody knows anything about it.
Beach says the land surrounding the river is important for flood retention, climate change, and the environment as a whole.
Man, they know how to make money. I listen to all that and I'm just like, cut it out.
It's real.
You know how to wrap that dollar up into conservation. I love it.
Listen, they have a whole bank in Columbia, conservation bank. So it's huge.
Big money.
Together to permanently conserve thousands of acres of land.
This collaboration, positive action, is, I would say, if not unique, it's quite unusual.
Reporting for Live 5 News, I'm Molly McBride.
Okay, Molly. And so a part of that too is, and on Andrews' end, Andrews has some property that's connected that in the master plan you guys talk about developing. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we have actually 200 acres along the Black River, which touches the new track that was just purchased. There's also Lester Creek. So if things go in a direction that we envision, that creek can be open, and that's a direct connection to. But that's in the out years. A direct connection to the Black River. Right now, it's too narrow. But in the master plan, there's concepts for developing a education center. This thing can then have its own boating, its own fishing, and other things that's connected to the school. As we speak with the high school principal and talk about those things that can now provide them opportunities to learn more about agriculture. You know, things that have been pulled out of the schools and things of that nature. So we're working with the schools. It's going to be really a dynamic facility once it's built, and that's where we hope that we will get more funding from, and that's why we have to prepare ourselves, which we are now.
Which again makes me furious with Georgetown County, because everybody recognizes what's happening. Everybody's getting on board in way of corporations, as far as, I mean, one of the biggest ones in South Carolina, in the world, Boeing.
Well, they see it.
Our county officials, our two county councilmen, can't see it. And why?
They see it. You can't ignore it. It's being talked about. Now, here's what this occurred to me. I thought this occurred to me. So if you look at Highway 51, that's along the Black River. Look how that is developed.
Yep.
Very quietly.
Very quietly.
Go out there and figure out who was along the Black River along 51, and then you see 51.
Who starts at 51? What's that Quail Club or whatever out there? And then they just did, and then they took the county's resources, your tax money, right? And built out what's the name of that road? Brick Chimney Road. So now you don't even have to come to end. You don't have to come through, you know what I mean, near us. You could just boom straight down and head on over to the Quail Kill Paradise over there along Black River.
So think about so with all of the boating, you know, those kind of things, the Brick Chimney Road. Not only that, the YMCA is at the intersection of 701 and 51. So they've made that so the same thing can happen here, just a little bit different. It's really for sporting, boating, that kind of thing. But people are living. That's a whole new development. If it wanted to become a municipality, it could. And look who's out there. That was built very quietly.
Very.
So this we want people to know about, because this is more of an economic driver than what you see on 51. That's more.
More of a personal. In my opinion, it's more of a personal project. I said that. It's more of a puppet master's project. If you want to get technical in my speculative approach to things, right? And again, it's sad. It's sad that these other organizations are coming out, right? Are coming out and reporting this stuff. And our local organizations, our local news organizations, the two garbage news outlets, all they want to cover is drama and foolishness. And it's not, I mean, they printing it, so it's not like I'm making it up. It's crazy.
Well, and that's why I think, again, regardless of anybody's opinion, this platform is more informative and more in favor of Andrew's future and growth than anything else. So I would say let's pay attention to what's happening here, because we're going to bring the straight talk. We're going to talk about what's happening and try to keep folks
informed. If listen, as I say, man, if you want to be informed, right, I'm gonna do my best to give you the information, put you where you need to be. Okay, like Ms. Dawn Middleton was asking about the town hall meeting. That's gonna be on the 21st, every third Thursday of the month. Okay, and if you want to help out, take your phone in there, buy you a tripod, right? Bring your charger and broadcast it. They can't stop you at the town hall from putting it on Facebook, putting it out there. Okay. But now, these other news organizations, right? They not doing nothing. Andrews SC News, okay? What information do they have on there about this? But when all of these, I'm sorry, sir, but when all of these different strangers and all this come through, right? It's gonna be, oh well, they done come and took over. No, because you didn't. And I keep saying, we need to find ourselves on the beginning of the process, not in the middle and not at the end.
One thing I want to make clear on meetings, and any meetings has a set agenda. So those items are the only ones that legally we can discuss. This right here, this platform, which we will, again, I appreciate you for giving me an opportunity to speak. We speak about all things, so we can have a conversation on broader topics here than we can. So it's good. You'll get information at the council meetings, but it will be on a set
agenda, and that's another thing. I want to. I'm glad you said that because
so I don't want people coming and
want to have a dialogue in the middle of the meeting. That's not the rules.
That's why it's important that I have this. I should have had this thing 8 years ago, but now you grow and you learn. But we got to, and I jump on this thing because I want people. I don't want you to wait for the information anymore. We're going to use this platform.
Absolutely.
I got to be on here every night. If there's a question that needs to be, because again, the one you're talking about now with respect to the fitness place, I don't want that to get blown out of proportion.
Oh, it was headed that way. It's headed that way.
Yeah. And you heard it from me, again, this is again, I think you talked about free enterprise. Competition is good. But again, I believe that long-term customers of any business, if they're happy, they're going to stay there. And I think competition, if there's something that's new coming in, then we'll do something else.
Competition benefits the consumer. Period.
That's we can't, as a government, we can't stop any business from coming in unless it's again against the law, against the rules, and things and put our churches and schools and things. We can keep any of those adult things away from them. But if you're a legitimate business and it meets the zoning requirements, you can pull up and park.
That's the American way, baby. That's how that works over here. That's how we ain't no capitalist. I mean, we ain't no we are a capitalistic society. We're not socialists. We're not government ran. So salute to the Anytime Fitness. Welcome, in town. My thing is, man, in business, you step up or you get stepped on. Period. And that's just how that go. You know what I mean?
And you see the cross. I mean, in any business, it's like, okay, what are my competitors doing? And I'm gonna do something a little bit different. If Anytime Fitness doesn't have, I don't know what it has. I've never been a member, but I'm going to join. Get rid of some of this 200 pounds I didn't picked up or since I retired. But I don't know if they have a sauna. But saunas now are portable. I have one at home, but I would like to have one. As soon as you get a good workout, go in there. And so it's a lot of different ways. Hey, look, Pat's Pat was doing this for a long time, and not everybody can do and have the passion to draw the kids, because it's really, if you focus on the kids like he has always, you're going to have a strong customer base. And he's from here, so people, I think the people that's there are going to be there, and then it sounds like more people are interested. So.
He should. I mean, he should cap off his membership with all the.
And the thing is, just like myself, and I'm a part of it. We have to. Physical fitness is a must. Our diet, mine too. I eat out all the time, so maybe this will encourage us. Maybe this conversation that's sparked up will drive membership. That's what it should. And then we get out here, and then we can support all the businesses. That's just my perspective. So. Hope I didn't disrupt anything, but
Nah. I'm glad you added to it, man. Again, I appreciate you coming on, because I rather them hear it from you. You feel what I'm saying? Where again, we've never had this level of communication between the town and the people. So I'm glad to be be able to contribute in that way. You know what I mean? Again, I know everybody not gonna take it in, and that's just how most things go. But
where's the lie?
You know what I mean? I'm gonna make it available. You know what I mean? And I don't. So yeah,
I can stop and add some context, to the conversation. I'm available. Just let me know. In fact, that picture you have there behind you there is from one of those work.
Yeah, at the round table. That's what I'm saying. And where were? And I said this earlier. If you are a business person in this town of Andrews, South Carolina, and you're not figuring out what's going on, if you're not actively trying to communicate with the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, if you weren't at the state of the town, then what are you doing? Okay, what are you doing? You're leaving yourself open for the competition to come in and get the upper hand on you and take customers from you.
And I'll check and see. I don't know if they recorded that, but it may be available on the Georgetown County Chamber of Commerce. So I think it's a good. You'll get some good insights on, like Mayor of Georgetown, her thoughts behind, the increase in taxes or rates.
Well, I got some thoughts on her too, but we'll save that for another show. I'm gonna wait to get my boy Donald on for that.
Yeah, that's
That's gonna be an R-rated show. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Okay. I know sometimes you'll have to step out of the building to leave the reservation.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm off that reservation quite. I went off yesterday. Like
I saw it. I saw it. Hey,
but I just believe
you're passionate about something, and you see what's we're under attack. We've been under attack for a long time.
Yep, and I'm passionate about business.
Yeah.
Again, I was saying earlier about the business conference that I went to last year, and business they had in town, and I thought it was trash. I'm just gonna say that, right? Because it was more racist than anything. Okay,
which one?
The Black Business Expo, right? And I got up in there. I said that I don't think we should be doing no Black Business Expo because businesses don't have nothing to do with that. It's about money, right? And I understand that whole concept, but I don't consider Palmetto Pest Control is not a black business because Palmetto Pest Control is a business. I happen to be, a black man, but my business, you know what I mean? Because again,
well, if you isolate yourself to a certain community or
you're retarded.
Yeah,
you are retarded. And I noticed that a lot of the folks who were there, they had because you can have a business that's centered, you know what I mean, around the African American community. You know what I mean? Like if you cut hair and all you do is cut African Americans hair, okay, that may sound good, but my point was like, why would we isolate ourselves and not share ideas with our counterparts? You feel what I'm saying? Information with our counterparts, right?
Well, I think I know which one you're talking about, and I would say, from my perspective, it's obviously, I think it's always good to promote Black excellence, but we have to be careful in your messaging that you don't send a message that's saying it's only for Black customers, because you'll limit yourself. You can do that, but then you'll limit yourself. But I would always promote Black any excellence. But again, I don't know if that was during Black History Month.
I don't remember. I can't. Yeah. I have to look back. But it was. And I made that comment there. You know what I mean? That it was. You know what I mean? It was retarded to me. I mean, I didn't say that part, but it was. It doesn't make good sense. I mean, if you look at the racial makeup of Georgetown County, right? It's literally 2 to 1. Okay.
Yeah.
African American, white, and then you got like maybe 1% Asian. You know what I mean? Then you got a growing Hispanic population, but to do that is to basically set your business, because at the end of the day, when I get calls, you know what I mean? I don't. These folks want to know. These folks want to know one thing. Can you do it? Can you do it at an affordable price? And that's that. You know what I mean? I don't think they, I have people that'll say stupid stuff like that. And they'll say to me, oh, yeah, I always try to support the African-American business. I ain't supporting nothing unless it's a good business, period. I get the whole whatever, but I don't subscribe to that. I subscribe to good business, period. I subscribe to getting the best for my dollar. I don't care and my dollar's green.
Yeah, I agree. And I would say this too, again, if your messaging is not clear, it will come off as if it's only for a certain group of people.
It gets back to this.
Yeah. So then, like in February, it's Black History Month. We're going to highlight, Black business. Not saying we're not going to patronize. That's not the message. So I want to be very clear of that. And so it's all about messaging. It's all about the intent behind what you're doing, because we know the reason behind this month being dedicated for, or this one for Hispanic. So again, we are a very diverse country, and we know that not everybody's contribution to this country is properly recorded or in history, And so sometimes you have to inform and or remind ourselves sometimes and others as that this country and there's other people here. Let's not forget. And so then again, this time is set aside for that, and we're going to do that. We did it last year. We had a whole month of celebration of Black History. But I tell you what, I went in all business. Wherever I had the need for a demand for something, that's where I go.
That's where I go.
It's all about that. How you message your message.
That's the messaging again, and businesses, good businesses is it's not to be taken lightly.
No,
and for a lot of you starting up businesses, that's not the victory. Okay, starting a business is just the beginning of the headache. Okay, so
and it says that, and you're a business owner. It's probably those first few years you're not gonna make a whole lot of money.
No, you're just trying to get together. You know what I mean? I'm just getting to a point where now I've purchased the equipment that I need to moving forward. Now, again, I was telling somebody this year,
congratulations on the new contract.
This year I'm focused on government contracts this year, right?
Yeah.
And I'm in a position to do that because I got my paperwork together, right? And because I'm part of the South Carolina procurement thing, I'm taking advantage of all the they got so many different programs for minority business owners, okay, that puts you in to competition with the big boys, right? So if you don't take advantage of that, I don't feel sorry for you. You should perish, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like I said, when it comes to business, I'm kind of cold with it. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, at the end of the day, the consumer don't care. I mean, it go back to like, I mean, all the way down to the street level. The fiend going to get the best product, okay? Period. Okay, and there's no loyalty with customers.
Right.
They'll sit there and say that in your face, but you let them be able to get the same service at a better value, and you can't fault them for doing that. That's just how business works. It's not personal; it's business.
And it's like anything else. You get out what you put in it.
Absolutely.
And if you're not a smart business person, then you're going to lose everything you have. So you got to know what you're doing.
I go to war with giants every day, and I enjoy it. You know what I mean? And I enjoy it. So
I mean, even in this platform, I saw something new. I don't know when you did it. You had some, I think Biggie Smalls came back and had
Biggie back, Biggie right here. Don't worry, we got Biggie. Again, I got to man.
See, we haven't had a platform like this, man.
Listen, and I'm not resting on my laurels, man. I got the GoPro right here. Got a new GoPro. Again, shout out to yourself and everybody that donates. Just so y'all know, man. Hold on a second. Hold on.
It might be on the table behind you back there.
Yeah, like I was telling y'all, I got the like I said, I use those donations to improve this so I can keep giving you guys a better product, man. So I could keep pushing the envelope, because I know before long, hey, I see Young Zion and them young fellas coming. They're gonna be coming for the title, you know what I mean? So I got to stay sharp. You feel me? So this week I'll be covering the parade. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we in the building now. I was out flying this bad boy today.
So you trying to master the drone?
Absolutely, 4K. I'm about to get my drones license. Okay.
I'm
about to get my drones license because I got a friend that works for FEMA, and this young lady, you know what I mean. And
there's a huge market for that.
Absolutely.
There's market for that.
Absolutely. That's why, again, it's called market analysis.
You gotta expand your portfolio, man. Expand it.
Hey man, that's that. That's the one thing I believe in. And I still got my ServSafe certificate. So anytime this get bad, I can still go work at the restaurant.
Must be Jamaican.
Hey, I'm free. Listen, I'm free. I understand, studying history. Yeah. What is freedom? What do you do with that freedom? You feel what I'm saying? What are we doing with the freedom that we have? But again, I'm continually improving, continually upgrading. Because I gotta stay on that edge.
That's
You
good
know?
stuff. Yeah. Hey, well, let me go back and wrap up. And
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
starting.
I'll be down that way.
Altitude now. Now I'll let you know tomorrow. We're gonna have to make an announcement because it looks like it's going to be about a 90% chance of rain. It's going to freeze, and so we're starting to get the calls now asking about it. I don't like to reset because you'll lose some of your participants and that kind of business. But
but I mean, I get that party.
Yeah.
So yeah, just let me know, and I we could do a video and try to get that out.
Yeah.
So that people will know, and I guess that's gonna. Is it supposed to rain that Sunday or Saturday and Sunday?
Sunday, well, some Saturday, but Sunday. And this thing as the week started, I think it was at 50% and every day. So today, I mean, and every day it started to get percentage goes high. Now it's like 90%. Temperature close to freezing, and so
that's going to present a whole other set of problems there.
Yeah. So we'll make that call tomorrow. We are working with the committee, and obviously watching the news and see what happens. But that's where we are right now.
No doubt. Hey man, I appreciate you for stopping in.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Anytime.
did you catch the conversation with the young fellas last night? I
saw some of it. I didn't get to hear the part with Zion, but I heard the conversation, and again, we definitely need to talk about the kids, reaching out to these colleges early on. We can't wait. It's again, everything has a limited pot of money, and so if you wait, it's going to be limited scholarship, if none. If you haven't applied at this point, it's going to be very challenging to get some of that money. So what I want to do, we talked earlier, I want to make sure we speak with Mr. Jeter from Benedict College, who is the professor, has part of his department. He's deal with cyber.
Because that's what I'm hearing. A lot of these young brothers talk about. They want to get into the cybersecurity, field.
Homeland security. All that stuff is a part of the Department of Defense. Is wide open, and so we'll bring Ms. Sima Salter back, who can give us some deep, do a deeper dive on some of those opportunities.
Okay.
A lot of my buddies, when they retire from military, they go into that, and it is a lucrative job. They pay big money, a little bit more than $600. I know to get you on that one.
I told that today. Oh man, they were. I think I told. I told Jaquan that last night. Beforehand, I told him that. I was like, Jaquan said $600. Man, there ain't no money. You know what I mean? And shout out to my man Jaquan Bryan out there in Hannah Pamplico, man.
That's what that's the kid, Hannah Pamplico.
Yeah.
I know I didn't recognize his name.
Yep. Out there, Hannah Pamplico, and we're gonna get the kid on from Marion. He was supposed to be on last night, but he had a banquet. He was one of the Player of the Year banquets or whatever. Quashid, because the question is he going to go to Kentucky or is he going to sign with Carolina?
Okay.
So, yeah, I'd love to get that exclusive right there.
He's that would be great. Yeah, he's a sharp kid. Hey, Saturday we definitely going to go out and support.
Yes, sir. Let me see if I got that up there.
North-South All-Star game.
Yep. I'll be there. And next Saturday, the 15th, I was looking at I want to buy a couple tickets for a couple. They got the Myrtle Beach Bowl. All right, it's not South Carolina teams. It's Ohio versus Georgia Southern. But I think it'll be a great experience if I can send a couple players. You know what I mean, to go and just.
We can do that. Let's do that.
Okay. All right. So I'll tell you what. I'll send you the link. I'll grab a couple tickets, and you grab a couple tickets, and we'll find some of these young guys that are 1 on 10.
Yeah, I'll be traveling that weekend, but I'll certainly support that. My niece graduates from the advanced AIT.
Okay. Which
Johnny.
Okay. Little Johnny the volleyball player. That's what's up, man.
I think they're about tired of her. They want to put her out in the Army by now. They're trying to take over. She'll graduate down there at Fort Lee, and then start college. I think in January.
Okay, where's she going to college at?
USC up I think it's upstate.
Upstate.
USC.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
USC Aiken or USC Upstate. That's what it's called. USC
Yeah.
Upstate.
Yeah. So she's I mean, it's changed, man. I was like, I didn't see. I was looking for dirty nails and messed up hair. It's like, nah, I think they're walking them through basic training now and all that stuff. So I'm trying to get down.
Yeah.
It's a big day for her.
Did you see that piece I sent you on diversity?
Today?
It was they had it was a congressional hearing. I think it was a reel or something.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did see that.
That's definitely off camera conversation because I heard Miss Simma make some reference to, you know what I mean?
Let me see. I think I've seen it. Just I'm sure I have. Hold on a second here. Wait a minute. Is that the one with not with the general officer that was doing the interview?
Yeah.
We do need to talk about that one.
The diversity in the middle. No, I don't think you need to talk about that one.
Yeah, we need to talk about that one because they put my general out there bad. You told me in the heart. Well, what about the? No, I don't think I sent you that one. I think the director or either the president of Harvard had an interesting conversation. One of those congressional leaders up there. It's bloody up in the DC area, man. When you start talking politics, it's crazy. Let me see what you're talking about.
It says diversity and exclusion in the U.S. military.
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
Now,
like I said,
that's that was Miss Simma Salters. She was.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. She, you know what I mean.
I have to take a look at it.
She was just like, yeah,
Saw her?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would love to have that conversation with her about that, kind of based on what they're talking about.
Hey, there's a her whole, well, she's retired now, but all of those, there's that office stood up for the diversity. I think they've changed their acronym a little bit so it wouldn't be DIE. I think it's diversity and inclusion.
Yeah. And so
Equity,
I heard somebody refer
equity,
to that. I heard somebody refer to that acronym as the killing of the military. You got that side, and because
yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But you serve, and you're such a
and listen, I served during Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
Yeah. So
Right.
And Clinton's time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the old heads would tell me they were like, man, you're most suited for the old Navy. You know what I mean? To where if me and another sailor had a problem, we just go down in this void and you know what I mean, we deal with that. But now it was all the power of this thing right here.
Yeah, the power of the pen.
Yes.
That's the most lethal weapon in the United
States.
Yeah,
hey, and listen, humble me, because hey, listen, I'm ready to bang it out, and but the captain's mass and this here. Oh, Richardson, you said what? Oh,
stroke of the pen.
Yes, sir.
But it's very different military now. It started to change, and all of us who get to that 20, 30 year mark, I think every decade you'll see a shift in the military.
Absolutely.
And it has to keep up with, it's the changing of the world. I mean, because our military is made up of our communities.
I saw something.
So, we can get into some deep conversation about, because in the as an infantryman, we didn't have young ladies serving in the infantry. So combat arms was
my term, when I got in the change. When, matter of fact, I was on the Abraham Lincoln when they started to bring females into combat, when they brought females onto the battleships.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went out, we left Alameda, and we were going up to Seafair up in Bremerton, Washington. And so we went out to do sea trials for about 4 weeks. And that was the first time they had the females on the boat with these sailors. And it was a disaster. I'm trying to tell you, it was a
culture. It's a culture.
Yeah. Are you talking about a round peg in a square hole? That's what that was. And it was, I mean, I seen.
So like for infantrymen, I'm old infantryman. So we would go to the field. We were out 2-3 weeks. and all you are interacting with is other males.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and if you're working in the operations center, you're there late at night, and all of a sudden you hear a young lady's voice come across the net, from the medical yards, from supply, and everybody freezes.
Yeah.
And so now they weren't there with you, but it's those kind of dynamic. We're concerned about how men interact or how they just kept women out of the combat arms, and that's different now. They're doing it, and I think they're doing a great job. But I can't imagine how we live, in austere environments. We go into an austere environment. It's just us and the element, with the infantry. And so now, if you're deploying and don't have these facilities set up to accommodate the different, genders, it changes the environment a lot. And I'm glad I'm retired, because it's but they got to figure it out. And I'm sure the leaders out there doing the best they can to figure that out. But it changes the game.
Back in '93, they didn't have it figured out. I promise you that, because you talking about you put these women on the ship. Now the ship wasn't never outfitted for different genders or whatever. Like, so I done been on this ship for a year, so I'm used to traveling through this. You know what I mean? So now, I wasn't aware now this is a female berthing, or you know what I mean. So it was just a logistical nightmare on the USS Abraham Lincoln.
And my last story, I get off. So here we are, attacking, across the border. We going into Iraq. So we were fighting for several days. We get up, and once we got in, and we consolidated all the troops in Baghdad. And again, it's an all male club in the infantry. And so you got the Army division fighting, 3rd Division, us, the Marine on another side. And so at one point we came to where now we're starting to spread out and establish our long, our forward operating base. And so here we are, just trying to figure things out. And there's a lull, there's no fighting. And all of a sudden you see, female medics walk across it, and you see the troops, man. It's like, I'm like, hey, all right, bring it down, partner. Focus. It's different.
It's different. I promise you. I promise you.
God bless the leaders, and I'm sure that again, we've made these adjustments. Look at our country. I mean, look at.
I'm gonna tell you, I didn't agree with it. I don't agree with it to this day. I don't. You can call me, chauvinist and all that stuff, but I just don't feel like.
You got a young lady going to Ranger School, SEER School.
Yeah, I mean, hey, the world is changing. I'll admit it, man. I'm a caveman. I'm the
type, if I don't care who you are, if you can do it, get it done. As long as you understand the environments you're in, as long as you meet the standards and you accept the environment you're in, male or female, black or white, doesn't matter. Let's get after it. So if we focus on the mission, but when the tough get going, I don't care who you are, because I've had guys in basic training couldn't do 2 push-ups. Young lady come in there and smoke them. They were better on the gun line. But if you're going to come into it, I don't care what it is. Hey, you want to be the mayor? It's $600. Suck it up and go on. It's whatever if you choose to do it, understand what comes with it.
Yep.
And let's focus on the mission. And I think if we use that attitude, it'll be all right. But it is. But we are nurturing. We are protectors of our ladies in this country. Because I will tell you, when those soldiers got captured, I wanted to stop everything. Jessica Lynch in 2003. My mission was, in another place. But when that young lady, her and Yolanda, got captured, I wanted to stop everything and go back and let's go get these. These are our ladies, our soldiers, our women. That's our mindset. We're protectors. But in this business, you got to keep going. And that's, and those are the challenges, man.
No doubt.
The human side of us. All right. Hey, have a good one, my friend. And,
all right. I appreciate you. You have a good night. All right,
man.
And we'll just keep me updated, and we'll figure out, out what I can do as far as helping getting that word out about Sunday.
All right, and I'll talk to Dr. Jeter so we can get him on to talk about cyber.
Absolutely, I really want to do that. And if anybody who I got to reach out to Miss Mahone. I'm gonna reach out to him because I want to get the guidance council on and start having add that to the conversation.
Sounds good to me.
Yep. So you have a good one. Yes, sir. Yeah. Y'all see it right there, man. The #1 podcast in the world, Craig. In the world. Not in the world, Craig. Oh, man, and I didn't do this. My bad, y'all. I was supposed to put that up there. See that up? Right there? Yeah. All right. So that was good, man. Again, I'm gonna go back and chop this up and pull out some key points to this right here. What you see on the screen, welcome to the podcast. Stay tuned for more information about the parade and whether or not that's gonna happen here. But again, I'm gonna say to you business people, or prospective business people, get with it or get left behind.